Alright guys, this is chapter 8, The Elf Child and the Minister, and this is video 1 of 9 for this chapter. So after we just read about, Pearl in class, we find out that, well, Hester Prynne finds out that the townspeople are kind of talking about Pearl, and they think that if Pearl is such a demon child, then she should be removed from from Hester for her safety. But there's also rumors circulating that if Pearl is actually human, then she should be removed from Hester for Pearl's safety. So either way, Hester figures that she could lose her daughter, which obviously would be very traumatic and sad and heartbreaking for Hester Prynne. So she's on her way to go see the governor, and in the process, she's going to deliver him some gloves. Okay, and so that's what happened in the last chapter, and now in this chapter, we are now in the governor's mansion, and we're going to find out a little bit more about Pearl and Hester and some of the other cast of characters. Okay? So we are going to start right here. Governor Billingham, in a loose gown and easy cap, such as an elderly gentleman loved to indulge themselves with in their domestic privacy, walked foremost and appeared to be showing off his estate and expatiating on his projected improvements. So immediately we see that he's showing off, right? He's kind of like a pompous, like, hey, look at my stuff, kind of a thing. The wide circumstances of an elaborate ruff beneath his gray beard, in the antique fashion of King James' reign, caused his head to look not a little like that of John the Baptist in a charger. The impression made of his aspect so rigid, so severe, and frostbitten with the more than an autumnal age was hardly in keeping with the appliances of worldly enjoyment wherewith he had evidently done his utmost to surround himself. But it is an error to suppose that our great forefather, though accustomed to speak and think of human existence as a state merely of trial and warfare, though unfeignedly prepared to sacrifice goods and life in the behest of duty, made it a matter of conscience to reject such means of comfort or even luxury, or lay fairly within their grasps. This creed was never taught, for instance, by the venerable Pastor John Wilson, whose beard, white as snowdrift, was seen as over Governor Billingham's shoulders, while its wearer suggested that pears and peaches might yet be naturalized in New England climate, and that purple grapes might possibly compel to flourish against the sunny garden wall. The old clergyman, nurtured at the rich bosom of the English Church, had a long-established legitimate taste for all good and comfortable things, and however stern he might show himself on the pulpit, or in his public reproof of such transgressions as that of Hester Prynne, still the genially benevolence of his private life had won him warmer affections than was accorded to any of his professional contemporaries. So we see that a little bit about also John Wilson. He's a bit of he likes the finer things in life, right? He wants to test out to see if there's peaches and pears that could grow in New England. He wants to have some grapes, potentially to make some wine. And so he enjoys the finer things in life, and because he was part of the English Church, and so as a result of that, he has warm affections with people. Of course you would, if you're making beer and you're making wine and you're sharing it with people and you're very rich, so of course he's going to be the popular one. All right, this ends video 1.